Hello and welcome to Macro Decode. The Middle East crisis has not just affected fuel supply, but agricultural and food products as well. After the strike on Qatar Energy's natural gas facility, the company has extended force majeure for 5 years. And this will hit not just natural gas production, but manufacturing of urea as well. The impact on fertilizers is likely to hit the coming Kharif crop and our food production, while gas shortage is already affecting our kitchens. The impact on trade has also affected exports and imports of agricultural goods. To talk to us more on this, we have Abhijit Banerjee, Senior Research Analyst, Religare Broking. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell me how the Middle East crisis and especially the strike on Qatar Energy will affect our kitchens. How much dependent are we on Middle East for our natural gas and fertilizer supply?
Yeah, definitely. As of now, it's a area of concern because it will definitely hit our food bills. About 30 to 40% or more than 40%, you can say you are dependent.
Yeah. What about fertilizer?
Fertilizers, yeah. Fertilizers also, especially urea, we seeing the Middle East, or especially Iran, they are exporting on 30 to 40% of urea. Of late, the prices have also increased significantly. As per the latest reports, around 10 to 15% prices have increased in the fortnight.
What are the alternative sources we have to procure natural gas, LPG, and urea if the shortage persists? What will be the impact on Kharif crop then? Yeah.
Coming to the Kharif crops, already prices have started increasing due to this. The grains part, around 10 to 16% already prices have increased. So definitely it will take a hit on the production, on the consumption part, especially because it's a price sensitive market. So there are estimates of even the consumption also dropping down by 5 to 10%. Actually. And especially we have to find net sources also like Russia, US, Nigeria, Africa needs to be re-explored.
Can you tell me something about the impact on Kharif crop? Which are the Kharif crops that are coming up and how much prices have gone up for all those commodities?
Okay. Rice and maize and even they say the crops, even vegetables have, they are also like Kharif vegetables, they are also getting affected. So especially rice and maize, the prices have significantly increased around that after 10 to 60% already of prices. And this Kharif oilseed also, they have also, 5 to around 5 to 7% increase in the Kharif soybean, especially that prices have increased. Even palm oil is also getting affected. Palm oil, like from Indonesia, since they are diverting their production to soybean, even for palm oil, or especially crops like maize and rice. Even vegetable price, all prices are getting affected.
Since the Iran war started at the end of February, our agricultural exports have been stuck. Which are the goods that have been stuck at ports and transit? Have they been evacuated, and how much is the estimated loss due to failed logistics?
That is also a really an area of concern. Actually, India's 20% of agriculture trade has got affected. Around 4 lakh tons of basmati lying at the ports. So that has also resulted in 5 to 7% falling prices. And fresh exports are not happening. So exporters are flooding or the dumping in the domestic market. Exporters normally export superior quality. So that they have to sell at a discount. At the same time, it is also having worse on the other grades, especially the medium grades. So due to this also 10 to 12% decline in prices.
So I think, the current condition is like, whatever exports were struck in the transit, for those kind of products which were not exported, we are seeing prices coming down. But, once we will see the fertilizer prices going up, the supply not happening, at that point of time, probably we will see the Kharif crop prices going up. So this is two different kind of situations coming from the Middle East crisis, isn't it?
Yes, right. And yes, we're talking about that loss part. So around 11.8 billion is the current estimation for the agricultural part.
Are the exporters able to divert their products to other markets? Tell me the case of like basmati rice, which is an important export category.
The government needs to do something about the 4 lakh tons line. So that needs to be diverted quickly. So as of now, the alternate nations, India is trying markets like African nations or maybe Russia, US, Mozambique, Nigeria.
How will the supply of edible oil used in the production of biofuel get affected?
You see, we have a lot of soya oil and palm oil. They are having a greater usage in biofuel. So currently, the prediction is around say 10 to 20% drop in production will be there. And if production happens, that will be done at a higher cost. They are normally producing around 60 to 70% of their capacity. So production is less at a higher cost.
And in your expert view, what should be the government and the industry doing to tide over the crisis?
One of the options that changing or diverting the exports market, especially Russia, Mozambique, Nigeria, even China also. Another thing will be to release, one of the relief scheme. It is being that was introduced by the government for export support under geopolitical higher increasing geopolitical tension situation. Government has allocated around 497 crores for the under this scheme.
Are there any countries where we can import fertilizers?
African nations are there. It is from Russia, also Australia. Also, we can source or even the big Nigeria. Yeah. Even European nations also, if it's possible, we can do. But most likely it should be from Russia or maybe from the African nation.
Thank you for joining me in this show.
Thanks.